certain things.
All
Like
social media.
mesmerizes you, right?
Yes. I think all of the social sites do that in their
Yeah,
own way.
and that bugs me.
Yeah.
That makes me nervous a little bit.
Well, that you
That's why you
know
just
it
got to be
though. I
aware of
mean,
it. And
yeah, you just kick yourself out. Like, okay,
you know what?
it's
I've been
like
on here.
snapping out of a trance state. I mean,
Yep.
it's the same thing.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
the whole thing is you can use all these things for trance to get to the trance state of things. Like I can stare at this picture and get a lot from it.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
The AI is us.
Yes, we are
We
the
are the
AI.
AI.
We create these algorithms. We create these,
We have people that want to off us all and kill all of us, and we have people that want to help humanity.
right.
Oh no,
And
did Christy go? I didn't scare her away, did I?
she might have
I
got
think
kicked.
it's internet.
Oh, okay.
We're live on YouTube right now, though, just to let you know.
Hello.
So
Wah.
So if you're having a hard time getting into the class, go ahead and get it on YouTube in the group.
there's
You guys are
Tina.
all a part of it. So
She's back. Hi,
Hi,
Tina.
Tina.
hey, hey, hey.
You made it.
Uh-oh, device is not connected.
Oh no.
Christy, yeah, there you go. So I'm going to let the students or one of the students choose tonight where we're going to view, remote view, astral project, and there we go. Back on now, you're in. And I was thinking, I was going to ask because I know she picks good spots too. Is a target for us to view together? And when I say remote view, it's just any experience that you're feeling, whether it's a feeling once we're visiting here. Um, so what you're going to do is you're going to choose something and just tell us what it is. I'm going to say, Teresa, do you want to choose a target? You don't have to choose it like right now, but just there in a few minutes.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So choose a target. Let us all know what it is or what we're viewing, and we're going to go view. And there are no wrong answers. Participation is not mandatory. Um, but if you're not understanding or you need some help along the way as we do this on this little trip, um, just ask. Don't be afraid to speak up, and don't let any fear get in the way. It's pretty much just about what you're experiencing. That doesn't have to be exactly mean you.
Smell something. You sense
Yes,
something.
wherever it starts, or feel something.
Yeah.
Or you're hearing somebody telling you something.
Hmm. You know what is coming to mind, which is weird, is someplace very close to me.
Okay. Where is it?
It is in the Uintas.
All the events are
Oh
awesome.
yes.
It's really close.
Yeah.
So we could go someplace really weird.
I mean, I was thinking Sasquatch, but we can go. We'll do a couple of them if we have time.
So there's a place called Sasquatch.
No, I'm talking about looking into the
Looking into
Sasquatch
the
and where
Sasquatch
it's coming from.
scary story being thing.
But for some reason, you're thinking about the UNS, so
Yeah, I'm sure they're probably.
we take these classes and we sync up. So there's got to be something to that.
So
And
maybe I would not be surprised if they're up there. Honestly,
yeah,
I've gone anyways.
there's probably been sightings or experiences. Let's see, Tina's having a hard time staying on.
Darn it.
There we go.
Yeah, this is a place that you can't go to by map or trail, just by map, not by trail. And yeah, it's. Do you want a description or just the place?
Just the places.
Yeah, as well, I would say everybody
Or
everybody
a small
should know it.
description for everybody.
Know what you know what I mean?
Right. You're right.
Like it's probably better that everybody knows like of the place that
Yeah,
they know what they're looking at. But we can go like that too.
yeah, it's.
Sorry, everybody. I just got in. Sorry.
Hi,
Yay.
Tina, no problem.
My other device, I couldn't hear anybody.
Oh no.
So sorry.
So we're doing a remote view of the Uintas in Utah, Wyoming, and I think there's some of them are in Idaho too, or Utah, Wyoming, yeah, in Idaho, I think.
Yeah.
They're vast.
Yes.
They're huge. There's tons of lakes up there. Um, I've been to the UNS a few times, but mostly like right deeply in the UNS once
Yeah,
camping. It was beautiful. I mean, I saw moose. There was plenty of fishing ponds. I mean, it's just plentiful in there.
it's my favorite place on the planet.
It's awesome. My brother loves it because he's a hunter, so he'll go up and hunt. He's a bow hunter. He
Yeah,
hunts elk, and so he'll go scout them out like months ahead of time,
I
where
bet.
where the herds are moving and where the satellite bulls are, and all the hunting
No,
lingo.
he's very, very.
He
Yeah.
pays attention to the movement of the
honed
herd.
into his skill.
He's like a wolf waiting, just like waiting to attack.
Wow.
He is really into it.
I just like fishing.
Yeah, I love fishing.
The beauty.
I love fishing. But yeah, it's I don't know. I'm picking up like a valley, but a lot of pine trees, and
Yeah.
maybe a stream or a lake in the middle. It's a small, but it seems like a valley, and it seems like it's at the top of the world.
Yes.
So those mountaintops are peeking out over everything else. So you're kind of at the top of
Yeah.
the world.
You're being very accurate.
And those in the viewing on YouTube, you can play too.
And we were also sort of kind of in the Uintas, seeing if we can't figure out a little bit about Sasquatch.
We're looking at and there's got to be a connection there, right?
I think there very likely could be.
They're fast.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they zoom, that's what I'm picking up. I'm seeing them, and they're fast. That's why we don't
I
see
feel like
them.
they're interdimensional.
They're
very
multi-dimensional.
well, yes. Yes. But
They
what I'm
can
saying
go a
is when
lot
we
of different
can't
places.
see,
They know how to travel
they're
in
here, but
throughout
not
different
here.
times. It's just like we're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
We can be seen on
Yes.
in places that we're
And you're
viewing
right, we are.
by others seeing or viewing, and this is happening. We're not the only ones remote viewing right now. There's many
Yeah.
learning, getting ready for changes and big changes, and just over time, what we're going to be teaching and imparting to the wisdom to those that don't know yet.
Yeah.
I keep getting tan. I'm not sure if it's a beach or like a mud flow, like a mudslide,
It's very possible, yes.
but it's like running in the middle of the valley, and then maybe there's a lake. Is there a lake below it?
Yes.
Seems like there's a lake below it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right there. Been right.
Star very well here, and there is a lot of activity here.
Yes.
Like nature. I mean, not everything's nature, but there's a lot of interdimensional activity going on. If you could sit and stay quiet, you can hear voices or noises that are etheric.
Yes. Here, but not here.
And I don't even like to use dimensional, but it's
But it is. It's like they're on a different plane, a different
different
level,
plane, a different
area,
place, a different
field,
reality.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But living the same time, same place as you.
Yeah.
I just picked up something I never have on this.
What's that?
You said interdimensional. I saw the fairy type, like
Yep.
little light beings that care for the earth so diligently.
Elemental. This is where they all spend time, is in nature. This is where they all live, I think, because that's where they fall back to. It feels like they're home.
Yeah. I've
They
never
go out and do things in the world, but then they come back.
Yeah, and it never dawned on me before. Of course, this was way before I had even tried opening, what was spiritually there.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a mystical place. It seems like a sacred space.
Yes, this is definitely a sacred space.
It's more like it's Native American. Even before then.
Yeah.
Like
I said, it's like fields.
I'm looking back thousands and thousands of years ago, and it doesn't seem to have changed, other than the color has gotten darker green. So it used to be more of kind of a jungle, and now it's a darker green. Pine trees, and it used to be a lot more humid there.
Probably right. Yeah.
Like a rainy forest kind of thing. Rainy forest.
Yeah. Definitely a place you won't see anyone for days. I got you a funny story of this place.
What's that?
Well, we'd backpack up in, of course, and since there was no one there, Clark
Uh-huh.
would get up early and put on his boots and go fishing. But that's all he was wearing.
Yeah. Well, you know.
One of those kind of places then,
Oh,
like a little Garden of Eden.
mm, very secluded, very private. But he always thought, oh, it'd just be the time when some Girl Scout troop decided to walk through, you know?
I'm seeing like
So,
building
That's
like a cabin or something, a small one.
it'd be a most
It's
perfect
on
place.
it's on the it seems like it's on the east side of that water.
Trying to think. Kind
There's a
of,
lot of trees on the east side is what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing it's back up probably 45 feet. It's about the middle of the lake or the water of that body of water. So
cool.
it's right in the middle. If you go up,
There would be a
or is
cabin.
it a mine shaft? Like it seems like it's like maybe it's a mine shaft.
I bet you that's where they're
Like
hiding.
up that hill, you go up about 45 feet, right in the middle of the lake. So cut it right in half and go east up the mountain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of gray rock, like what is it, granite?
Yes, there is. There's huge rock slide boulders that are bigger than human. They're huge. That you have
It's
to.
on the north slope.
The lake is more north, yes,
Uh-huh.
and then like the rocks would be more east. The rock slide, the large ones, and it wouldn't surprise me if there was some kind of mine there.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of picking up a little bit of like a mine.
But there are upper lakes too. Once you climb up the hill, that's more south.
Uh-huh.
No, yeah, so it's south. The hill's south, and then you climb up, and there's a beautiful meadow with another lake, not quite as deep,
Yeah.
and even another. It's
I'm
very amazing.
peaks right now at this moment.
You nailed it.
What's
Oh,
that?
Are we looking at a picture?
We're looking at the Uintas right now, a place in the Uintas that Teresa chose to view.
Anywhere in the Uintas. She's got a specific place in the Uintas.
Oh,
We're exploring the Uintas.
okay. I get it. Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
But so far, I picked up a valley, but then mountains and like water running through the middle. Like she just described the lakes above, and then there's some kind of like mudslidey looking thing, and then there's a lake below.
See, and I'm picking up a big village near where you were. Only right now, there's not that mine that I saw a minute ago.
Where are you seeing it at? Like, what timeline are you seeing it at?
I don't know.
Well, ask. Like, what do you? You should know. You know.
Well, I mean,
You're the one jumping
basically they're living in like makeshift homes, like they're mobile. So Native American probably.
Like
But
they
I
could like
also am
tents, like
seeing
they
like
could set them up and put them.
yes, but I'm also seeing like some like gypsy type in like little
Caravan things.
yes.
Horse pulled by horses or
Hang on, ox pulled by ox.
ox pulled by ox.
it'd have to be something pretty strong, yeah. Huh.
So they're just slow going. They're not really. They don't. Really,
Right, they're just kind of taking their time, and they like stay in places,
and then they move on.
and then they move on.
Nomadic.
Yes.
It does. Definitely could as you go even more north and west, it does flatten out
Mm,
somewhat. Even though you're on the very top,
right.
What are you doing out there, Catherine? Cat's out watching on YouTube.
She probably might have had
Do you want me to
social
send
media.
you a link, or did you have a hard time getting in? I'm getting like a blonde-looking Sasquatch or hairy dude. I don't think they're called Sasquatch. They're they're wiser than us. They're much faster than us. They're much more advanced than us. That's why we don't see them most of the time.
Yeah, I think they blend in. They can
And they'll
go
show you
into
if they trust you. Like, you are here is what he keeps saying to me. You're here, like almost kind of like a welcome, but he's saying it like more of a statement.
Yeah.
Because we already
Okay, you're here.
it is here.
Now what are you gonna do with it? Why do I see him he's got leaves, and he's got them in his hand, and he's like blowing them, like, kind of like how I smudge with my web, kind of wave my hand. He's got leaves in the palm of his hand, and he's blowing them out. I don't know what that means, but that's kind of what it seems like he's doing. Or is he smoking something?
Very possible.
Sorry, I'm kind of diving into the Sasquatch part of it.
That's great.
They're old people. They've been here just as long as we have.
Oh, yeah. It is not a place I've ever felt threatened.
No, I don't feel threatened with Bigfoot.
I did have a mama moose
Oh,
with her baby walk
that
through.
ain't, this is bear country big time right now.
Oh, yes. It
There's
is
a lot of bears
definitely
there.
bear. I've always wanted to see one.
No,
My
you don't.
husband goes, "You're nuts," but
Actually, it would be cool to see one.
It would
it
be
would
cool,
be.
but not too close.
But then just go
Like,
and
just
go
close enough
hide
to
somewhere.
see.
And don't,
Got really close to a moose once.
a lot of black bear and grizzly probably there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Black
We had
bear,
to
brown bear. There's a
pull
lot of them up there.
camp up into the trees. How
Yep.
you try to make it bear proof. Because it's definitely bear country, but I felt it's a welcoming place.
Yes.
Just like how the Sasquatch is saying, "Hello, you're here."
Yep.
I would not be surprised if they just walked by.
There's like every view is a beautiful view that I've seen so far.
It's
From every the east side of the lake, the west side, the north side,
oh,
I
yes.
think the south side looking down on the water from the lakes, if you're in between the lakes, that's probably a really cool view because it's like, it kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a V that you're seeing, like the horizon, or you're seeing the
It is definitely amazing.
you feel epic in that spot. And there's a spot that I'm being shown that there's like a lookout spot that's perfect to look out on everything.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
even little valleys and other spots of the UNS.
I
don't know if it's like a tall gray rock or part of the mountain that's like sticking up,
Mm-hmm.
but there's something like sticking up and can see like bird's eye view almost.
You want to know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay. That is Bald Mountain.
Ah.
The highest spot.
The highest spot. Yeah.
Okay. And you would have to climb quite a bit. And then Bald Mountain is Bald Mountain because it's beyond the tree line.
That's what the people that live there use that to see everything.
At least 12,000 feet.
Yeah, that's top of the world right there.
Yeah. And you would be able to see everything, but probably not this particular place because it's so well
Kind
hidden.
of hidden because it's down in a little valley or a little canyon.
Yeah, you've already picked that up.
But they want to like, this is where like I said, that's what they're using as like a lookout tower. So there are people up there looking out. I don't know, people like us people, but the forest dwellers, I guess, like that would be the best way I would say it. Those who dwell in the forest, that maybe some are human. The Uintas is a big place.
I simply asked how and why we would be able to travel so easily through nature without, predators. Why do predators let us just invade their space? And unless you're like tearing down millions of trees and really destroying the place and scaring them off, Basically, it's because why wouldn't they let prey into their space?
Right.
You get
Yeah.
along with them, they get along with you. You're
Right.
just another bite of food should they need it.
Yeah, if they get hungry, you're there.
You know,
Yep. That's
Yeah.
how it works. Circle of life.
right? And they're there. Should we get hungry? We have their fur, we have their hide. We have, you know, it's a. I was just told it's very circulatory.
It would be a place that you could survive
Yes.
Yeah.
for
It
sure.
has everything there. Everything there.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Yes.
Anthony he's asking something in the YouTube chat.
Oh,
Oh.
why are we not seeing it?
Thanks, Kathy.
Hello, Anthony.
Mhm.
My phone's.
Yeah, Anthony. I mean, if you feel like you want to be in the class and you want to learn, yes. Yeah, we can invite you. I mean, that's why we did this right now. We'll probably do an invite link here in a little bit. Did you want to come in? You know where we're at right now? Let me see. I was trying to find the other thing for Catherine. Yeah, we're visiting the high Uinta Mountains, mountain range, or forest, and Sasquatch, and other beings, like
Yes, there are a lot of
other animalistic beings, like they look animal, like animal men or women. Strange. That's what I'm seeing them as. Maybe they're in like, maybe they're in costume or in garb, so kind of like they're wearing animal, like shapeshifters.
Interesting.
It's not just shapeshift. I feel like this is like people that
There's a
work
lot
with
going on out here, and it's not just
and they
bears
worked
and
and
bees
actually
and flies and
and
whatever.
behaved with nature in order to
Not just wildlife, I should say.
no, but they
That
used
doesn't surprise me at all.
all of them.
There's a lighter.
They do drop fish, but they do it from a helicopter. That's how out of the way and inaccessible it is to humans. Well, they probably don't drop fish
It's a
there.
good
They
spot. Yeah,
work
it's a
their
good spot to keep hidden and like almost untouched. I mean, it's touched, but it's well taken care of.
No, it's been
Oh,
touched many times throughout
Nature has
different generations.
morphed it
However,
over time.
yes.
But it seems to be as always be like a peaceful place.
Yes. It's where you go and you do what you need to do, and then when the seasons are no longer working for you, or when it's time to move on, you do.
Yeah,
I was trying to get the invite link.
Come on. To the next lake.
Right? Right? It's all like within this space, but it's like so I can go from here to here, and what wasn't there is now right here. And it was a long ways, but it really wasn't. It's like all within the same space.
It is. Absolutely, you're right. I wish I could take you all. My body wouldn't make it, I'm afraid. At least we can go there this way.
So I'm trying to send the link.
I call it finger syndrome. Not that we actually have fat
A
fingers.
moving screen syndrome, moving windows because they do kind of, and they move and you push the wrong button. It's kind of like.
Or you get a notification right when you're trying to push something.
I didn't post on Facebook, just YouTube this time because we're doing like a free class tonight.
That's good.
Yes.
All right, what is everybody else getting? Don't be shy.
Right?
I just posted the invite link. Don't run away. What are you feeling? What are you seeing? Even if it's strange and different than what we're
Right?
seeing.
Yeah, you don't even have to be on. I'm so far I feel like I'm the only one seeing what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think we're all seeing different aspects of it.
I'm sure there's so many layers.
Yep.
And just so you all understand, when I say see, I mean sense. Like, I don't actually get pictures like a lot of people do. It's more like a sensation. It's like a visual without a visual, right?
You
Like
stuck
my
backstage?
body picks up on the
Oh,
see.
whoops.
So just because you can't see doesn't mean you can't
Oh,
see.
your devices need to be
Just so
working. They're
everybody
not on,
knows.
Christy.
I understand what you mean, Nora. I do. Totally.
Prism, light codes.
Because for a long time I tried to keep
I'm
that
getting.
secret.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting more of the weird shit.
Oh, mine's not weird. Mine's pretty practical. Is
There
it
are
different?
codes. There are
There's nothing.
writings all over in this place, like little etchings or
Script. There's scripts
pictographs, or
happening everywhere.
there's a lot of like history here
Yes.
with sentient beings. Not to say that the animals aren't sentient beings.
They are.
They are.
They leave their mark
But I'm
too.
talking about higher than us beings. Or mystical beings, I guess. I don't know how would I explain that. I mean,
Those
there's
and
no
other
really
fields
explanation.
of reality.
But all here in this reality.
Yes.
They're just better at hiding. A lot better. At cloaking and hiding and keeping things. Because, you know, people really saw. Go ahead. What was that?
Oh, no. You go ahead. Mine will wait.
No, I lost my train of thought now. Let me get back. Let me get it back. No problem. Tina, are you picking up on anything?
I'm just kind of sitting back and listening. Still working on it.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. No
So
problem.
Allow yourself to just think about where we're visiting and what we're doing.
Yeah, just focus more on that spot.
If you get a weird little thought that comes in,
if it
don't
feels
be afraid to
if it
speak
feels
it,
like imagination,
right? Like,
yes, go right there. That's where you find. That's where you find it.
Like Aaron says, there's no wrong answers.
Exactly.
No, there isn't.
There is not.
But if you're not ready, you're not ready. And let's see, I'm going to add
exactly
Christy again.
Yes.
Well, I have things in my thought,
Okay.
but I don't speak them because I'm usually not very good at that.
Well, what are you thinking about right now? It's going to connect probably.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah.
But it's not the same as everybody else. So
it doesn't matter. Right. Mine isn't either.
Are you following everybody else, or are we all working together?
Right.
When I have been thinking about, the first thing that I think of is like a see-through water and being able to kind of just float in it.
Ooh.
There we go.
It's kind of so blue that it's see-through.
Nice. Yes. You know what?
Yes, that is very accurate.
That's almost what
Teresa's
I see
been
when
here,
I see
so
those little portals.
she's been here physically.
It's like this see-through water. It's like this, like it's water or it's something, but it's not. It's like
those lakes are very, they're very clear.
Amazing. Yes, you're doing great.
And when the sun hits them, they're blue.
They are.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go, right there.
Right.
Take your time. If you pick up on anything else, we'll come back to you.
It doesn't matter whatever you're picking up on. Just note it.
Yeah. What I can see from everybody there, like I said, you guys are practically right around where everybody is at. We're literally for energy wise, like I said, I can see you guys, I can see everybody's energy there, and you guys are almost exactly right. If you focus, if you come in about, let's see, from wherever, if the center, if we're all sitting on a compass, and everybody's in sort of like in the four winds. If we come forward towards the center of the compass, like 5 steps, we're right there. Like I said, what she's talking about is it's a great place it's a great time for when you're trying to for the first time people that are trying to reach that certain area. It's always great because most of the time people will say, "Well, I feel like I ended up in sort of like I'm sitting inside a waterfall." I see this sheet of water running down, and behind me is like a cave, and I'm like, what? Why am I getting hit with water? And then other times you may appear on as everyone was saying, this big lake in front of you, and
Yeah.
you're on the outside or on the coast of it, on the land part of it, and literally you're looking across that lake, and you see this beautiful, like almost to the point where it's almost an Amazon forest in the background, with the
Yeah,
lake
you're seeing
being.
what I was seeing earlier, man. I was seeing like a rainforest, but this is
Yeah,
in the
but
past. It looked like that.
yeah, but that's so funny is when as you keep staring at that forest, you can see it start to change with time.
Yep.
It starts thinning out. Sometimes it gets thicker. The water starts going a little bit lower. But then, like I said, as you really get into it, as Norma was saying, that literally, yeah, she was like, okay, well, I see the lake. Guess what? I'm just gonna go in there and be a log on the top of the water. And it's when you turn yourself over when you're in that lake, face down like you're in a pool, and you look down, and literally the bottom of the lake isn't a lake anymore. It's literally like a small, tiny galaxy of stars, circles, and stuff you see like that NASA shows up from time. Look at this solar system here. Look at this. Look
Yeah.
at this. And it's amazing once you actually start understanding how that stuff works.
It's
And
that
be able,
vibration that's meditative and
and be able to lock into, like you said, as many people that I've talked to and stuff, as like I said, for understanding how I teach and stuff, most of the time I tell them all of a sudden you get this big heavy feeling of energy, like you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm training people, I say you got to breathe through it.
Yeah.
You got to breathe through that heaviness. Then once they breathe through it, all of a sudden they feel this weight of peace and calm just wash over them. And they go, I've never felt that before in my whole life. I'm like, yeah, but by you witnessing that action of having that much calm around you, it messes up the rest of your the way you look at life itself. Like I said, something that you used to, that certain, as they say, trigger button that someone could push, all of a sudden that trigger button is no longer working yet because you're remembering that peace and calm. And that's where the lake and stuff that we were talking about. Because, like I said, every area or vibration has a certain doorway.
Yep. And this place is multi-volt vibrational, just like everywhere else. But I think this is a place that is sacred because it's so quiet. And as you gain more quiet, this may sound really cryptic. You hear the sounds. Like, as you get past that quiet, like kind of like you were saying, the heaviness, right? As you break through that quiet, that just feels like, it's quiet, and that's peaceful. But going even further and starting to listen to what sounds that area is making.
Or, I mean, not even necessarily getting logical about it. I mean, that always is a beautiful space too, but when you just hear and allow yourself to utilize those sounds to go kind of deeper and deeper within yourself, and you're reflecting on what you're hearing and sensing and feeling, it just shows you how much power you have. Because that is you. That's not you asleep. That is you in calm. That is you in peace. That is you in acknowledgement of yourself.
Yeah. There's only one place to really get that bliss. And that's in your spirit.
Yep. And you feel your spirit here, just like at many other places on the earth. Places of quiet have a lot of noise, but it's good noise.
Right.
It's a different vibration. It's a different rhythm.
Yes. It's not honking
It's a
car.
natural rhythm. And all rhythms are natural because we're all natural. And, the way it works. But all right, so who hasn't went yet? Christy? I know you're picking some stuff up. Come on now.
Yes. Sorry.
Mhm.
Sorry. Anyways, yes. So I saw a lot of mist, like just towards the ground. Like I feel like I could see the Sasquatch's feet, but
Uh-huh.
I couldn't see what he was stepping on because it was just like a whole bunch of mist.
Okay.
I got a lot of like grays and whites. Um, I don't know, like I saw the mountains, but I felt like I was climbing. Like I felt like I was going up. Is that, oh, my dogs. Hold on, guys.
You're good. All right. So yeah, I know she's getting back to more into
Allow those
Sasquatch, which
dogs
I like.
barking to bring you into your
Well,
space. Now
yeah,
she's
it's
trying to play
amazing.
the
It's
game, not get
amazing as
space.
the
It's different.
longer and the longer you sit in that zone, the
Yeah.
things that you're like, wait a minute, I thought you were a myth.
Good point.
And I'm like, and like all of a sudden you're like, okay, if Sasquatch is real and stuff, and yeah, I see him here, and then all of a sudden you go to an area where a Sasquatch is at, and all of a sudden you're like, you walk in, and all of a sudden it's like, and you look over and like, no, I recognize that energy,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
and
the images
and
we've been seeing the whole time, like in the Sasquatches, I want their name, but I'm not getting anything.
Well, they're letting us call
well,
them
they
But
got
they are
they,
like they're normal in their own
mhm.
in their home. But this is their home
we see them
too.
hairier than they actually are. I will say that. I feel like our perception is bringing them to a human, like what we can understand.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of hair. They do. But we're making them something they are, but they're not. Right? And don't we do that with everything as humans?
Kind of like an indoctrination of what
Right.
is given on the TVs, for instance. Is that what you mean? Kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
Well, the reason that these people are like onto this is because people see this in their, let's use imagination. That
Right.
imagination is a lot more powerful than you realize, than most people realize. That's where we access, creating music or a piece of art, or a painting or whatever that is, writing a book that's can be non or fiction, but it's actually somewhere. You've seen it somewhere. Like all the things we see in all this media, there's a place that those are real things because if they're by the creator or the person that created them, they're coming from that collective consciousness, that higher consciousness of commune that we all are part of.
Are you back, Christy? You were right on something.
I think she had.
Yeah, she was getting it. I knew she would.
She was right on there. Yeah.
There's like a mirror here, or it's like a prism of some kind that I keep seeing. Is what they're walking through.
Keeps coming back to me.
They're walking through something.
They're like, that's the whole thing about what we think as regular human beings. When someone says doorway, right? We think a regular door with a handle and all the shapes and stuff, but it could be literally a triangle. It could even be a crystal. It could be a crystal door. Like
it's like a diamond. I'm seeing like a diamond prism. That's like,
yeah,
it's all the colors, right?
And
it's all the color spectrum.
And it's it's the diamond. It's a flat, like almost like a flat pyramid with another pyramid at the bottom, and they're all connected in a cylinder type shape.
Yeah,
that's it.
Native American folklore, because they've been living with the hairy men for a very long time.
Yeah.
That they believe they are interdimensional and that you can walk. If you're not careful, you'll walk by a tree and just take a turn and you will be someplace else.
Yeah.
I feel like
is that why so many people get lost in the UNS?
Yes.
And a lot of other forests, right?
Well, that's the going story, is that literally, yeah, because of certain for the spiritual part of it and the veil and stuff, is that we're at certain points, way lines and stuff like that, when that opens, you step through, and then all of a sudden it's like It's just like all of a sudden you're walking down your road or something like that, and all of a sudden off the corner of your eye you see a building that appears for 2 minutes, and then it disappears, and then 2 weeks later, all of a sudden there's a sign saying future site of this building.
Yeah.
And literally, okay, if we do have those, and we have events that happen all the time where here's this big accident that happens, and then every year or so, or every 3 years, this big event happens again, an echo of that event.
True.
And so, literally, if by accident you're around that same time that happens, you could actually be pulled into that energy, that sort of like a portal energy.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, and remember, we're like, I'm noticing like the time dimensional shifts. Like I'm going in different times. Like it's kind of like this. I see it. I feel it as a figure eight. If I could explain it in a visual, but there's like these times it just keeps going through. It goes through this process, this area. I mean, of course, all the world, but just this area seems to be like very rhythmic and vibrational. Like this is time in, time out, time there, time here.
I feel like that on a constant. Sometimes it makes me feel retarded. Sometimes it makes me feel way empowered. Right? It's understanding our being, our energy, how it plays out throughout everything, and knowing that your past life is still existent somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But for you, it's technically in your past, right?
But
There are
really
layers
is no
upon
time.
layers of reality
Yeah.
happening all at the same time.
Right. But it's all happening simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is really strange and hard to wrap your head around.
It is hard because we live in a linear consciousness.
I know the
that
dumber
way.
I start to feel, the more I know I need to just connect. There's something I need to integrate that I haven't yet. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So really it's understanding nature is the way I want to put it, because look at how nature will take a hold of everything, and we get to think. We're beyond just our process, but understanding our process and being able to think and utilize all aspects of ourselves, truly empowering who we are and what we are. We are the most beautiful nature like there is, right? But we have the capabilities of bringing some really nasty, horrible, controlling shit too.
We're a very vain nature. We're a very
Yes.
vain species.
And if we can surpass that,
Yes.
that
Yeah,
is
because there's much more to it. Vanity kind of keeps you
wonderful.
locked in, keeps you locked into just being vain and looking good, and
Right. Which is the only reason that I hate advertising so much. We all need to do it. We're all trying to be something somewhere in the
stay on
world.
track,
But
babe. We're viewing.
yes, I am viewing, but I'm just saying, understanding what you're really seeing and what you're being fed is a thing.
What?
Yeah, she's multitasking right now. Part of herself is right there in the zone there. The other part of her is over looking at her desk right now. Go, all right, I remember we got to do all this stuff here. And
They're almost like you can't see the ships flying in the air. You can't see the fairies flying around, or the dragons flying, or the gnomes walking around. You can't see that stuff because you're too into yourselves. That's what I'm.
No. Sometimes it's just that way that literally we are the worst at putting barriers in front of ourselves.
It makes sense.
We're
It's
looking
just funny
so
that
far. We're looking so far at the oak, or the makeup of this tree here. We're looking so close to the
Right.
out of that, and we're missing the branches or the roots of the tree itself. And it's like, well, sometimes you do have to step back.
Yes.
And that's what's interesting when you reach that point of that lake and stuff that we're talking about. And we're sitting there, like you said, we're able to see these Sasquatch, all these other, but also too, we can actually sit there and pinpoint or locate somebody that we're thinking about. So literally, we can go with, okay, where is so and I'm thinking about so and so. We'll take a few minutes and literally, you can literally picture them and seeing what they're doing. And if you really want to freak them out, you call them up and you say, "Hey, I just came in to check. Were you just doing this, this, and this?" And I, were you looking at me? I'm like, "No, I wasn't looking at you. You were looking at me." I'm like, "Yeah, I was checking up on you, but don't do that, all right? You weird me out when I'm doing that. I'm trying to focus here, and I can pick you up on."
Yeah, all right. Let's get back to focus on the UNs, on that Sasquatch. What other aspects are we picking up? I'm seeing that these prisms that they have, I think they hold them. They hold like this prism. It's almost like a ring light. Have you ever seen a ring light when you go, for like live streaming or?
Yes, I have.
Except it's a diamond shape and it's all like all the colors kind of flowing at once. So it seems like more fluorescent. You know how a fluorescent kind of does that? It does it really visually. You can see it a lot better. Like a fluorescent light works the same way. But it's they like tap it or something and they can go from one place to the other.
Like a tuning.
Like on the Earth, and they can go a lot further, but they use it a lot for traveling across the Earth. Like
they can jump literally. The way I like to call it is, if they're walking in the woods, all of a sudden you see them here on the first tree. There's 5 trees, and all of a sudden here they are on the first tree, and then all of a sudden they're at the 5th tree already, and you're like, I didn't see you move.
And they're gone.
and they're already at the 5th tree, and you're like, wait a minute, how did you do that? And literally you'll see this weird, I like to call it the firefly glow. That's literally to me what the diamond shape that they use give off. It gives off this like when a flicker of a firefly's tail. It blinks real quick, and then you see it over on the, and then you see it again happen on the opposite side, and it's like, all right. And it's those open. That's the whole thing about openings and stuff, dealing with what we're looking at and stuff. Is that you can fall if somebody doesn't close that opening. Somebody could literally get lost in that opening.
Yeah, and that's weird that because a lot of people aren't found. I mean, I'm sure and we could make the argument that animals eventually eat them when they die, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot of these little portals going on everywhere, or these ripples or anomalies. I don't know how I want to explain it.
And that's what the Native Americans were talking about when they said they could walk if you just turn next to a tree. You'll be in a different place. Totally.
Yeah, I can actually see them like if they're being chased, like running, hiding behind a tree and pulling out this little diamond thing they have and like tapping it and going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Seems strange, but that's what I'm getting.
Well, no, it's really understanding the nature in which you're living in and being able to tap into. But I feel like a lot of people, I mean, not a lot of people actually, a lot of people we figure out, and it's horrible, but there are a lot of anomalies where someone does go missing in some space and they're never found again. And a lot of times they've just walked into a different lifetime.
A different,
right?
Yes.
Where they're existing here now.
Different vibration. Is that a best good way to say it?
Yes, a different vibration.
Or frequency.
Because the vibration in which they were living just doesn't work anymore. They're no longer able to resonate in that existence. And so now they've jumped, right? And that's not necessarily what everybody does, but I do feel like a lot of those
beach area
are like jumpers.
On the west side, there's the beach on the west side. Like, is there sand there or some kind of beach?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I feel like that's where everybody like gathered to party or get together, sing songs. There's been a lot of that there over time, especially.
And I feel like a lot of dancing, a lot of like
celebration.
Yes, celebration.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yep.
Is your beach next to like a cliff?
Yeah, there's cliffs everywhere.
Yeah. The place that you're at, I can see where the fire pit is and stuff, and sort of like a person with a guitar, and then on the opposite side, besides where the water is behind him.
There's other beaches. Yeah, I'm seeing a beach on the west side. It looks like it's rocky. It looks like there's a ledge before the beach. and then the beach. Like you have to walk.
It does flatten, yes, and there's a lot of water that's not as deep.
People that travel know this place.
I'm
People
sure.
that travel a lot, they know this place, but most people don't know where
I
it
feel
is.
like there are a lot of people that actually know it intimately. People lived here once upon a time ago, like temporarily.
Yeah, like seasonal,
So
Yeah.
and then they moved on
Yes.
to like they were chasing the warmth.
Right. But
That's the
they
same.
still like inhabited it enough
so much life.
to instantly know it.
What was
Still,
that, Teresa?
so much life still remaining, especially now that I've been there and I've come away and now understand more about the spiritual realms, that more of the spiritual realms have been able to flourish.
Yeah.
Or now I'm just able to see them.
There's not any distraction here. I mean, you can get distracted following a bird or something, but it just seems meaningful no matter what you're doing right there.
Right.
It's all perfect.
But also, too, at the same time that we see what we're talking about, this place is found in the dream time.
Yeah, probably.
Because, like you said, that's the whole thing. Is when you're in the dream time, you can automatically go there no matter what. It's free open to anybody because that's just. And when you're in that dream time state, literally even loved ones and stuff can join you in that dream state, talk to you and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And then, but once you get to your awakened state, those areas that like I know this place, but yet why can't I access it? Yeah, because the certain wavelengths that we are at the certain levels that we're at, when we're in these zones or areas, it does play a part. It's just like if you ever had like three family members have the same dream that you had.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, that's not possible because everybody's supposed to have their own dreams. But okay, but if everybody had the same dream, then how
would we have any variety?
Right.
Yeah.
Because in that way, then literally, like I said, there's a movie that was back in the '70s called Dreamscape, where literally they were training people to jump into other people's dreams to help people who were having night terrors and stuff. And
what's that other one called with Leonardo DiCaprio? That's another one. Inception.
I think that's what it's called.
Well, because your subconscious is
it's called Inception.
Space. That is your whole self working within yourself when you're in that state.
Tell you what, I've been dreaming a lot, like very vividly lately.
Oh no, I've been having that same thing too, but literally the best was just on Tuesday. I think I was half awake, half asleep, and my eyes were closed, but yet I was still having the pictures of what was going on, and I'm like, okay, stop for a minute. What the heck is this? My brain's fully awake, and I'm seeing the images in front of me with my eyes closed. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Let's write down all the stuff before it disappears.
All right, let's see if we can let anybody else. Tina or Christy. Christy, are you back? You still got the dog barking. It's okay.
He's always barking.
It's all right. It's all right. What's going on? So what else are you picking up on?
He doesn't bother us at all.
Well, no, it bothers me.
I know. He's not bothering us. He's actually pretty quiet. And you were picking up on something important, I think.
I mean, I don't know. So I just, like I said earlier, like I felt like I was going up the side of a mountain. Like, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but if you're watching The Price is Right, like the little yodeler guy, and he goes up the side of the mountain, yodelay, yodelay. And then,
Okay. Yeah, that is. It looks a lot like that. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I see, and I'm just
it's like that granite stone and it's gray, and there's some tan parts, but the tan parts are more like the sand by the water.
Yeah,
you're right, Christy. You're right on.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Simply understanding, it doesn't have to make sense to everybody. If you write it down and then you do a little bit of historical or like go back to the person.
Yeah, you'll
that
have
had your
to send us
directions or
that
whatever.
mountain or where it's by. You'll have to
But,
send
like,
that to us.
Understand it
chat,
all makes sense in some way.
I'll
Teresa.
give you the name when we're done, and then you could just find it on any top.
What's the name?
Lake Teal.
Lake Teal. Okay. Ooh, that's cool. I want to see it now. Okay.
There's
I
a
feel like
lot
I'm a little
around
further
it,
from
so
the lake, but
yeah.
I'm like in the area.
Oh yes, you're in the area for sure.
I'm not necessarily right at the lake, but I feel like I'm in the area. So
Oh yeah, you're seeing more where people would be able to dwell
yes,
on the
Oh shit! Yeah.
north.
Okay. Oh wow! Yeah, that's like exactly what I was seeing.
oh,
So
right there.
Wow!
Yep.
do you
Look
see
up Lake Teal. Teal Lake is what is it? Teal Lake or Lake Teal?
either one probably?
Yep. Yep.
It's
If
the
you,
F above
if,
Solo in
do you have
like
a
mirror
picture?
form.
Oh, I got a picture. Let me see if I can download it,
That would be so cool.
and I'll share it in. But I can see the valley. I can see that little like V shape. And if you're looking from the right there, dude,
The Bald
there it is.
Mountain.
Yes.
It's like a V. Yeah, Bald Mountain. I see it to the left.
Yes.
It's on the what? The west side.
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna send you a picture of it.
It's so cool.
Oh, this is Sabrina Lake. Never mind. This isn't. Hold on. I'll share it in the group. Others will have to search for it to get it.
Yeah, we get it after. That'd be awesome.
Let's see
This will
here.
be taken with kind of strength.
I mean, it's just a Google. Doesn't. I'm just gonna make it a little easier here in the group. This is a class. Remember, this is a class we're letting people in on today. Oh, no way. I can't share it yet. I'll share it when I get off. When I get off, if you look up Teal Lake or Lake Teal, Uintas, and that Uintas is spelled Uintas. Or is there an H in it? I think there's an H in it.
Yeah.
Think super quick.
But it looks just like what we saw. Like there's a lake. It was glassy looking. It was like a V, but the bald mountain. If you're looking from I'm thinking, just from what I'm seeing, if you're looking from where the waterfall is behind you, or where those lakes are running into this lake, right?
Yes.
If you were like looking out, like that was behind you, you'd see Bald Mountain on the left, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And it's like a V, kind of like there's nothing. It's almost like the world ends right there.
Yep.
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 Pretty cool view.
It's amazing place.
Awesome. You guys did great. Does anybody else have anything else to add? I think we're pretty much at the end of it, but Sasquatch, I would have loved to further explore that, but I got out what I wanted. The little prism thing that they hold.
Yeah.
And they're so fast. Like you can't see them because they're like really fast. They're at a higher I don't know how you like rate of speed. The life they're living is like much higher.
Oh yeah. They can move through anything.
Yeah. They can move before you even see them.
Quick?
Yeah.
Really.
So I wanted to just kind of veer off, just because I heard you say something about lucid dreaming lately.
Yeah.
And so I've been lucid dreaming like a lot. Probably like the last weeks.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of like intention manifestation, that kind of stuff. So I have a journal that I've kept by my bed because I'm finding that I'm like super not sidetracked, but like I'm overwhelmed. And so my memory is just like really starting. Like I have a fucking calendar. I've never fucking used a calendar like ever in my life.
I came and spent the night with you the other night, girlfriend.
Oh my god, dude! I love
snuggles
that.
and levels, and I did. We'll do another sleepover if you need to.
I love that. But I'm really so. I just wanted to say, like on that side, like using the journal has helped me a lot because then when I wake up in the morning, first thing before I take the dogs out, if I just write down what I'm thinking, even like we're doing right now, it makes no sense. Like when I wake up, as I'm writing it, I'm like, well, you're not going to remember any of like why this goes together. But then I'll go at the night before I start meditating and I read what I wrote for the morning and it all makes like perfect sense. And then
Uh-oh. We lost you, Christy.
No. Am I there?
Yeah, you're here.
Good.
Sorry, guys.
No problem.
But like,
Perfect sentence
so
where you left off.
I'm reading them before I go to bed, or like not before
Uh-huh.
I go to bed, before I meditate from the morning of. And so just then when I meditate, it kind of like takes me into one long, like continuous dream, if that makes sense, because they're all connecting. So it's been like 1 week of like these lucid dreams, and then I meditate, and then I keep going, and then I have a dream, and then I wake up, and then I meditate, and then it's really fun. I just thought it.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I've just been asking to lucid dream, so I've been like, and I wake up a lot lately, like which was cool. Like,
Not lately.
I can go into that
Always
deep
go
of a
for it.
trance, which by laying down an hour, I can go into a deep trance and have a dream. Like,
I wish I could.
I can go into that dream state really quickly. And I had like, I don't know, 3 or 4 different dreams last night. Like different spaces, different places, but they were very vivid. And I had some, and I've just been asking to lucid dream.
And our computer's
So I'm
not
getting it.
working,
I
so
woke
there's
up.
nothing
Okay,
on the
check
back
this
of
out.
our
And I
voice.
woke up at like 4 in the morning, maybe 3. I kept hearing, like, we have this little piece of hardwood floor where we're at, and I kept hearing it sounded like my dogs crossing it, but it wouldn't, like, you can hear my dogs walk on it for a while. It was just like 1 or 2 or 3 steps. And so I woke up. I'm like, what is that? Or why are my dogs up? And why are they going in the back room? Because when they want to go in the back room, they usually don't want to do anything good. You know, they want to hide their bathroom or whatever. And they didn't. I woke up, my dogs, or I looked up my dogs. They were laying on the chair, sleeping. And then I kept trying to wake up Norma. I'm like, Norma, get up. There's some shit going on right now. Like, there's some shit going on right now. And I kept looking into the back room. And I kind of picked it up. Like, my first initial thought was it was my dog that died. But I was also getting, you know, like, I don't know, you call them like the little whiskey glasses that have like they're heavy on the bottom. They were humming. They were humming. Like, whoa, they were humming like a little bit. And I was trying to wake Norma up. She's like, no, don't wake up the dogs. Then they'll make
I
me
won't
take
talk.
them out.
Don't make me speak. Then they want to go out. I'm still half asleep.
But this just happened this morning.
I'm the same way when it comes to the dogs. I will try to lay here and with one eye open, because as soon as Bo sees that both of my eyes are open, he's just like, "Arr!" And I'm like, no, I was just kidding. I'm still sleeping.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, that was fun.
Right?
Hopefully
That was
everybody enjoyed it.
awesome, you guys. You were so awesome. Thank you.
Good target. It was good.
I'm glad.
And see what happens when you just free flow it. I mean, we go places we didn't even think we were going to go.
I had no idea I'd even think about it. You know?
I know. You don't have to. It's just, it comes in. All right. Much love, everybody. If you would like to join the class and you're out there listening on YouTube, just hit me up at Fowler AR, which is FOWLERAR 0 at gmail.com. Send me a message if you're willing, or if you're interested. If you're interested in joining the class, which we do once a week, just send me a message there or an email there, and we'll get you squared away and entered to the group. Or just send me a message if you know me on Facebook or Instagram or what else? Facebook.
Yeah.
Did I say Facebook already?
Most of the.
Anyway, you can send me a message
Okay,
there and I
okay.
can get you in the class. But much love. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes. Rest well, y'all.
See y'all next week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love
Thank
you too.
you, Miss Anthony. Come on more often.
Yep, I will